Hello, and welcome to module number 3 of the Plagiarism tutorial, brought to you by the Bell Library and TAMUCC Writing Center. In the previous module, we covered cheating, non-attribution, and patch writing, and we also learned when to cite information. In this module, we will be talking about citing sources. We will specifically be covering in-text citations and the different bibliography styles, specifically MLA and APA. In-text citations provide credit to the original author within the body of your paper itself. The format of the citation varies depending on the citation style. In-text citations can be parenthetical, which is when credit is given in parentheses at the end of the sentence, or narrative, which is when credit is given to the author organically as part of the sentence. The bibliography is the list of sources that you provide at the end of your paper. It differs depending on the citation style. The main styles that you will encounter at TAMUCC are APA and MLA. The bibliography in APA is known as the references page, while the one in MLA is known as the works cited page. Nowadays, many students use citation generators. Most of the time when using these generators, the resulting citation is incorrect. We recommend using these generators with caution and carefully proofreading the generated citations. The first style we're going to talk about is APA, which stands for the American Psychological Association. To start, we're going to look at APA in-text citations. When directly quoting a source using APA in-text citations, it is important to list the author, publication date, and page number. Here we have an example of parenthetical APA in-text citation. No two countries that both had McDonald's had fought a war against each other since each got its McDonald's. Friedman, 1999, page 195. As you can see, the author, publication date, and page number are all listed in parentheses at the end of the sentence. Next, we have an example of a narrative APA in-text citation. Thomas Friedman, 1999, wrote, "No two countries that both had McDonald's had fought a war against each other since each got its McDonald's." Page 195. As you can see, credit is given to the author directly within the text itself, with the publication date in parentheses next to the author's name, and the page number in parentheses at the end of the sentence. It is also worth noting that if you're not directly quoting a source and only referring to the main idea of the text, then the page number does not have to be listed. When it comes to APA bibliographical citation, there are 4 essential questions we should ask ourselves: who the author is, when it was published, what the title of the work is, and where we found it. Here we have an example in which you can see the author's name, the date of publication, the title of the work, and the source data. Next, we have an example of a journal article with DOI. DOI is a link that acts as a permanent location for certain journals and articles. In this specific example, the citation goes as follows: author, year, title of article, title of periodical, volume number, issue number, pages, and DOI link if available. MLA is another one of the citation styles that you will most often encounter at TAMUCC. MLA stands for Modern Language Association. Now, let's talk about MLA in-text citations. For MLA in-text citations, it is important to list the author and the page number. Let's look at some examples. The first example is a parenthetical MLA in-text citation. No two countries that both had McDonald's had fought a war against each other since each got its McDonald's. Friedman, 195. As you can see, in parentheses at the end of the sentence, we have the author and the page number listed. Our next example is a narrative MLA in-text citation. Thomas Friedman wrote, "No two countries that both had McDonald's had fought a war against each other since each got its McDonald's." 195. As you can see, the credit is given to the author directly within the sentence itself, and the page number is listed in parentheses at the end of the sentence. When it comes to an MLA bibliographical citation, there are 4 essential questions we should ask ourselves: who, what, where, and when. Here we have an example of a bibliographical MLA citation in which we have the author's name, the title of the work, the source data, and the date of publication. Here we have an example of an MLA citation for an article in a scholarly journal, and it goes as follows: author, title of article, title of journal, volume, issue, year, pages, and DOI link if available. It should also be noted that for both the references and works cited pages, there should be a hanging indent for each source. This is done to make it easier to see the breaks between each source. To recap what we covered today, a parenthetical in-text citation is when the citation is at the end of the sentence in parentheses. Narrative in-text citation is when the citation is part of the sentence itself. And then we learned how to properly cite in APA and MLA bibliographical citation styles. Next time we will differentiate between quotations, paraphrasing, and summarizing. Thank you for watching this module, brought to you by the Bell Library and TAMUCC Writing Center. All our references, as well as other resources, can be found in the description below.